right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. We're starting off the video inside the Shelby because we are gonna have a little bit of a discussion. This is gonna be a very important discussion as well because I feel like this video can save a lot of people some money and prevent them from potentially making the wrong choice when looking for one of the specialty Mustangs. Now, if you are a new Mach 1 owner, I'm talking about 2020 Mach 1 and up, or if you are a Shelby GT350 owner like myself, let me know down in the comment section right now, what do you think is the better buy when looking for an all-around driver's car? Now, when I was looking for an S550 Mustang, because I came from the New Edge Mustang, and also I came from the Subaru platform, specifically the FRS BRZ 86. Now, those are like specifically track-oriented cars, but obviously the 2-valve is the complete opposite. That car is like not really designed for straight line, but you know, you can do a lot of good things with that car straight line when you take some weight out of it and add a little bit of boost. Let's go ahead and open up this exhaust. Shift there. Let me go ahead and roll up my windows a little bit for you guys, but man, the 350 is so fun to drive, and this car is bone stock, not by my choice because I'm waiting on parts, but this is the longest car that I've kept bone stock that I've ever owned. Like, I haven't done anything. I haven't changed the exhaust, I haven't cut off the resonators, I haven't done mid-pipe, nothing. It's literally the same way it was when I picked it up, and I absolutely love it. Now, if I had the Mach 1, would that be the same? I highly doubt it, but honestly, and this is gonna surprise a lot of you guys, as a Shelby GT350 owner, because I was looking at the same time I was looking for this car, I was actually looking at Mach 1s, but I had to go ahead and think about exactly what I was looking for inside of an S550 Mustang. Because again, from somebody that came from the Subaru platform as well as the New Edge platform, I wanted a Mustang that I can get into, drive, do whatever I wanted in it, and enjoy it, even if I was to keep it bone stock. And that's very important here, because I feel like a lot of people that are looking for these specialty Mustangs, they're not really the type of crowd to modify their stuff. Obviously, if somebody that loves to modify their Mustangs, getting a Gen 3, and again, some people like to say I'm ragging on Gen 3s or Gen 2s. Look, fellas, coming from the Subaru community, I cannot tell you how many people I have gotten into a Gen 2 or a Gen 3 Mustang. Seriously, because when you think about it, dollar per dollar, horsepower wise, you're going to spend more, actually double, on a Subaru than you would on a Gen 3, and you're gonna see far less performance. So I tell all my friends, because I've already went ahead and did all the, you know, the bad financial decisions in the Subaru community, boosted, big turbo, built motor. I convince all my friends, look, if you want more power, get into a Gen 2 or Gen 3 Mustang, and 6 months down the line, they say it's the best thing they've ever done. So don't think I'm ragging on Gen 2s or Gen 3s, because I'm not. But for those of you guys who are looking for specialty Mustangs, because that crowd of folks, I can guarantee you, are probably the type of fellas who are only gonna go ahead and probably get the windows tinted and maybe change the cat back, and that's it. I'd say you probably should get into a GT350 because it's gonna check off all of the boxes, man. You can leave it 100% stock. It comes with the Tremec transmission, which is butterly smooth. I mean, you literally can just bang this trans and have a great time, especially if you keep it stock. And at the same time, because again, the folks that are looking for these specialty type Mustangs, they're obviously considering the resale value. You're gonna maintain that resale value because it has the Shelby name slapped to it. Now, obviously, because I come from Subaru and the 2-valve, I'm not keeping this car bone stock. That's just blatantly obvious. I wanted the GT350 because if I wanted to, I could keep it stock and enjoy it. It checks off all the boxes. I can cruise the car. It has great handling. It sounds amazing. And it has a crisp transmission. Now, if I was somebody who was only looking to go fast, only looking to go ahead and do everything I could to squeeze out as much power as possible, but I still wanted to get a specialty car, because again, there is a group of people who like to do that. It's a smaller group of people, nothing absolutely wrong with that, because technically I'm in that group. I would have went with the Mach 1, because if you guys are unaware, the Mach 1, especially the 6-speed, because I'm actually gonna get back to this as well, the 6-speed in the Mach 1 is the same 6-speed that's in this GT350. They both have the Tremec 3160, which is fantastic, butterly smooth. You can boost the car, still have a 6-speed manual car that's gonna be somewhat reliable. Now, obviously, if you're looking for an automatic, you don't really care about driving gears, well, the decision is blatantly obvious. Get the 10-speed Mach 1. They're ridiculously fast. Now, obviously, the Mach 1s, as well as the GT350, they are a little bit on the heavier side because we have the oil coolers, we have the trans coolers, we have the diff coolers. There's gonna be a lot of additional parts on these cars. Is that a Maybach? Oh, it's a damn Bentley. Wow. That's pretty dope. But as I was saying, there's a lot of additional parts on these cars that are gonna add some weight, but at the same time, it is what it is. It isn't really all that big of a deal if you're not looking to go just as fast as humanly possible. Yes, I'm gonna make this car quick, fast, but at the same time, C7Z06. Hey, if you're looking to spend another 10 grand, get that. I ain't gonna cap. Don't even consider getting a Mach 1 GT350. You want to spend, you know, $68,000+, that's what you want to get right there. No bullshit. But as I was saying, if you are looking for a specialty Mustang that, oh my god, I just lost my train of thought. If you're looking for a specialty Mustang that you want to go ahead and keep bone stock, that 350 might be your best option. But if somebody who wants to go ahead and modify it, I'd actually go with that Mach 1 because it has the good old 5.0. These GT350s, I am gonna say this, a lot of people, I feel like a lot of people that own GT350s and not necessarily gave them a bad rep, because I feel like there's a vast majority of owners that understand what has to be done to maintain these cars. Damn, I don't know, am I the only one that like forgets what gear they're in this thing? I think it's the gearing, man. I'm so used to having like short gears, cause shit, that Subaru, bro, you gotta be constantly banging through gears. This one, you can leave it in 3rd gear and completely forget that you're in 3rd gear, and it feels like it's 5th gear compared to a Subaru. But in these 350s, it's technically a race motor. So obviously the 5.2, it revs to 8250. It's a race motor. If you're gonna be revving these cars out, which, believe it or not that many people do in these cars that actually buy them. Like, I can't tell you a lot of guys who be saying adult owned, you know, never beat on, you know, they're buying it, you know, just to have that Shelby name, which is completely fine. But so there's some people that literally will rag these cars out, not really rag them, but you know, they're gonna drive them how they should be driven, you know, at 8250 RPM, letting that voodoo scream. You have to be doing the oil change intervals every 3,000 miles at the minimum. Because it's a race motor, it's gonna consume more oil because it's a V8 that's revving at literally 8250. You're gonna have to maintain it a little bit more than you would with a 5.0. And even with a 5.0, especially if you're doing modification like a Cobra Jet manifold, or you get it tuned where it's gonna be, you know, revving higher than the stock RPM, you're still gonna wanna go ahead and maintain it and change the oil sooner than you would if it was a factory engine. A lot of people that have GT350s don't understand that, and I really don't get that at all. Again, let me know in the comment section. I know there's a lot of people that are gonna be in the comment section that have 350s that completely agree with me. Like, people will literally buy these cars and they'll run them up to like 8250 and they'll never change the oil until like 10K miles, which, I mean, that doesn't make sense to me at all. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, you don't do that. It's a race motor. But again, if you're unaware, you have to go ahead and do that when you have a car like this. I'm pretty sure 99% of people understand that. Even with the Gen 2 motors, you still want to be doing that. I know a lot of people like to say the Gen 2 Voodoo is like the bulletproof motor, whatever. You still have to change your oil, folks. You still have to maintain the car, especially if you are revving it out to 8250 like I do, and change the oil after 3K miles at the least. So that's going to be something that I definitely would recommend if you're looking for a 350. If that is something you don't want to do, if changing your oil every 3K miles is an issue for you, obviously getting into a Mach 1 is going to be your best option, 100%. I wouldn't even get one of these cars if you're unable to go ahead and maintain it. It just wouldn't make sense. You're going to be having a lot of issues and you're not going to be enjoying yourself because... Okay. All right, sorry, that just completely just threw me off. Today has just been all over the place, man. I've been losing my train of thought. I swear to God, just Sunday afternoon cruises out here in the Houston area, it'd be something else, man. You see a lot of characters out here. That's for sure. But as I was saying, if you're unwilling to go ahead and keep up with the maintenance, the Mach 1 is going to be a better option in my personal opinion. But you can't deny, man, that Voodoo, man, it sounds so good. Just stock, nothing done. It sounds so good, bone stock. Woo! Fuck! That right there alone is what gets people to buy the cars. It really is, man. Just hearing the motor at like 8250 and just downshifting, man. You can't beat that, man. And also, like, this is something that is very important. I think definitely will go ahead and make or break depending on, you know, what type of car you want to go for. The 350 is a driver's car, guys. Like, this car, it's meant to be driven, handles well, you get the good old 6-speed. It's just a ball of fun. Like, this is the most fun I've ever had in a car, and again, it is bone stock. And I don't know if I would have had the same experience if I were to get a Mach 1. I definitely would have to modify it, I'll tell you that. I'd have to do headers, E85, obviously force induction eventually. But with this Shelby, man, just bone stock. God, it's just a ball of fun. And on top of that, like, this is probably the easiest. This is the easiest manual car I've ever driven as well. Even easier than my Subaru, and those are incredibly easy to drive. This car basically drives itself, and that's something else that I absolutely love about it. I love it, man. I love it. If I was looking for something that can go in a straight line quick, that I wanted to go just solely fast in, I'd say to get the Mach 1, 100%. Whether it been the Trimic Trans or the 10-speed, I'd say to get the Mach 1. But if you want to have an all-around car that you could do literally everything in, enjoy it, and keep it stock, because again, I know a lot of guys that get these specialty Mustangs. I'm about to roll my windows up. I know a lot of guys that get these specialty Mustangs want to keep them stock. Whew. GT350's gonna have to take that cake, man. It's just for an all-around car. This thing is just, it's so fun to drive. Like, if you have not driven a GT350, go test drive one, especially if you were looking for a Mach 1 as well. Hell, test drive the 10-speed, test drive the 6-speed. 'Cause I know some guys, believe it or not, they'll be driving manual their whole lives, and then they'll get into like a 10-speed car, and then their whole perspective changes. For me, it just wasn't the case, man. Like, this car, it just... whew. It's just so nice. Hey, it's a BRZ. Hell yeah. So I'm seeing everything, man. I'm seeing Vettes, I'm seeing Bentleys, I'm seeing Camaros revving at me, I'm seeing BRZs. Nice little Sunday cruise. But if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys drop a like on the vid. I want to go ahead and just talk about, you know, some options you guys could have, and just considering, you know, everybody's point of view. Just going fast, all around driver's car, because obviously, you look through the channel, I kind of like to have a mix of everything. I mean, I had the Subaru, which is track handling. Actually, I still have that car too. I had the 2-valve, which was strictly just a straight line car. And now I have this, which kind of is a mixture of everything. And I'm really, really enjoying it. And that's ultimately why I made my purchase. Because I wanted something that I could do everything that I enjoy all in one. And it does it stock. Better than all of those. So if you guys enjoy, make sure you guys, like I said, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn those post notifications, man. It's been your boy Ears, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. And you really can't go wrong with either or. Mach 1 or a GT350, both badass cars. Deuces.